Hello, everyone. Thor here. I figured I'd take the opportunity to talk about something very controversial with this series. We're not talking about the latest one because no, we don't really have much to say about that one. It's all been said. But I have an interesting take on the ending of the third one and why it's not as bad as you remember. Um, I think it goes without saying that this is one of the greatest video game trilogies ever made. It's awesome carrying your characters over, playing the different ways, how it played out between a renegade or paragon or somewhere in between. The choices you made, the characters you met were all fantastic and very, very well done. And this is what's really good is when you can have like a series with a plan, whereas the latest Star Wars trilogy could take some notes. So yeah, a lot of people thought the game was great, and then there was just the ending kind of ruined it for people. And first off, I gotta say, like, you can't let an ending just ruin an experience as a whole. Like, the trilogy was great. Like, I still love the first game, but that one had a lot of issues and didn't really know what it wanted to be. And driving a Mako around was, not the funnest, but I love the exploration aspect of the first one, and it was kind of open world, which was a lot of fun. But I could talk about Mass Effect forever, so I'm just going to get into what I think about the third ending. Like I said, I think it's a lot better than a lot of people remember. They just wrote it off because, you know, sure, he came down to three choices, and that influenced a big part. But with the last cutscene, they showed little bits, and you look at a game like Star Ocean: The Second Story, which claims has over 80 endings, but those 80 endings are based off of your interaction with your party, but they're only minor differences in text at the end. So, are the endings that different? Hard to say, but the last decision, sure, it's a big influence, but it's a big impactful thing about the interactions with artificial life forms and how humans can coexist or not. I had an interesting thing because I mostly played a Paragon character, and I kind of stuck to that. I did some Renegade things from here and now and then, but it was very interesting because the obvious choice was, it was like blue for Paragon. There was like a white or whatever neutral, and red was Renegade. And I played mostly Paragon, and they showed the Elusive Man, who was obviously indoctrinated, being the Paragon way, and my Paragon followed Anderson's way, and it kind of sucked because I was attached to a lot of the robot character. They definitely what's his name? They definitely cared about it. Legion. Legion. I liked his character. He was fun, and even your ship was a big part of it, and they had an interesting thing between Joker and the ship, and he felt really bad about going the Renegade way, but that's what Anderson. They showed you what Anderson would have done, and actually, my first playthrough, they showed the last cutscene where my Shepard actually survived, and I thought that was like a really cool thing that they showed. I don't know if that they'll do anything else with it anymore, but it's really, really cool seeing that your Shepard survived, even though the world's going to be way different. But there's a chance it could have been the last breath, but it implies that your Shepard might have made it, and I thought that was just a really cool ending, especially on my first way through. And like I said, I role playing my character is like it's like almost like a D&D alignment change right there. But the game kind of like made you made you do that hard decision, and you kind of went with the consequences. And I was kind of confused when everyone was upset about it because I was like, that was kind of a cool experience how my character kind of changed at the end, and it just with the way the Reapers were, I just couldn't see merging with them being a good solution, or you know, uh, the Paragon way just didn't speak to me, especially since that's the way Elusive Man would have went, and I was never a big fan of him even from the second one. We kind of clashed, so I just wanted to say, like, I'd love to hear about anyone's issues with the ending, but I thought it was really good, and you can't really think the game's bad when it had great moments. Like Moradin's arc is fantastic, where this is earlier, this isn't the end, but like where he helped create the genophage, but also knew he made a mistake and he had to rectify the mistake. And, it closes a lot of character arcs, doesn't leave too many loose ends. And I just think it was a really great conclusion to a story. And I hope they do an HD collection because it just gives me a good excuse to play through it again. And I hope you all can and maybe look through it through a different light because the ending's not as bad as you remember it being. So, with that, Thor out.